You responded to this earlier. You said that this was a betrayal of your father's legacy. Why do you think so?
If my father were alive today, he would detest almost everything represents. His lying, his selfishness, his rage, his cynicism, his hatred, his racism, his fascist sympathies, his contempt for the poor and suffering, for ethics, for democracy, and for healing. And his cruel sneering at human rights for suffering people in America and around the world.
We're so proud of their work on racial justice.
And the specifics around her race, and what I was seeing was history repeating itself, but more perhaps, or definitely far more dangerous, because then you add race in.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. Didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
And on mental health, parity, and awareness.
And you always said to me, you said, you know, you've got to sit down and think about those memories, but for me it was like, don't want to think about it.
But I think what was happening with us and must happen with others as well is that you have to prioritise your mental health.
In the course of our work, how talking can help heal hidden challenges that we can't deal with alone.
Shame to have to admit it to Harry, especially.
At the heart of this campaign is our hope that no one should be afraid to ask for help.
In the wake of COVID, there's been a massive spike. 25% of people around the globe have said that they have anxiety and massive depression. And for Megan to get out there on national television and normalize a discussion of mental health at this point is incredibly important and very, very brave.
For too long, it has been a case of keep quiet and carry on.
And we'll be starting conversations with their friends, families, and colleagues about the importance of talking openly about mental health.
And the issues around racial justice, incredibly important right now.
Because this was different, you know.
It's different because of the race.
In all of British history, and they said, what we're doing is wrong. You know, we can't have this structural racism within this institution.
In the Oprah interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even...
The British press said that.
And the specifics around her race? Did Meghan ever mention that they were racist?
And if a member of his family will comfortably say, we've all had to deal with things that are rude. Rude and racist are not the same.
Mm-hmm. And we cannot have no understanding of mental health within this institution.
Have to admit it to Harry, especially.
At the heart of this campaign is our hope that no one should be afraid to ask for help.
You tell other people in the family, I need to get help for her, we need help for her?
That's just not a conversation that would be had.
The Duchess of Sussex detailed her attempts to seek out professional help and how she was met with denial and indifference from Buckingham Palace.
There are times when, whoever we are, it is hard to cope with challenges. And when that happens, being open and honest and asking for help is life-changing.
And I need to go somewhere, and I was told that I couldn't, that it wouldn't be good for the institution.
Let's get our heads together and change the conversation on mental health.
And they knew that if they did that, the consequences would be grave.